Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's breakdown. Today, we're unpacking a really fascinating source that perfectly blends astrological predictions with highly structured spiritual remedies. And it's all laser-focused on one single date, July 2nd. So whether you track planetary movements daily, or you're just kind of curious about cultural interpretations of luck, we are going to objectively explore all the claims, the forecasts, and the exact practices this source recommends for today. Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to go on a journey from the macro to the micro today. We'll start off with the power of Jupiter, then look at today's lucky guidelines. After that, we've got the forecast for the zodiacs, and finally, we'll wrap up with the wealth Wazifa. All right, part one, the power of Jupiter. Now, our source refers to Jupiter by its traditional name, Mushtari, and it defines it as the Great Benefic, literally the largest planet in our sky. But so what, right? What does that actually mean for you? Well, according to the text, if you've been dealing with financial blocks, relationship issues, or maybe your career just feels totally stagnant, Jupiter is set to act as this massive cosmic problem solver. It's essentially positioned as this incredibly benevolent, expansive force that's ready to clear away your specific obstacles. And because Jupiter's energy is reportedly peaking today, the forecast translates all that massive planetary power into very practical advice. It calls today a literal power day with ideal energy for initiating major life steps. We're not just talking about running small errands here. The source specifically points to making big financial investments, launching new business ventures, or even proposing marriage. The claim is that taking action on these big things today will ensure long-term growth. And this all builds up to one absolutely bold claim from our source: 10. That's right, 10. The forecast states that today's planetary alignment doesn't just give you a tiny little edge. It claims your luck is multiplied by exactly 10 times. Honestly, it's such a fascinating way to quantify spiritual energy, right? Because it gives us a very tangible metric for just how powerful today's potential is supposed to be. Okay, moving right along to part two, today's lucky guidelines. To really tap into all that Jupiter energy, the source gives us a specific color palette to keep around: golden, yellow, and saffron. But more importantly, it outlines a direct remedy to end bad luck. The text prescribes a specific act of charity, donating chainik idal, which are yellow lentils, or peli mithai, which are yellow sweets, to the poor. By combining Jupiter's signature yellow color with a generous act, the source states you can actively ward off misfortune from your household. It's a really neat example of tying abstract cosmic concepts right back into actionable, community-focused practices. Let's transition into part three, the forecast for the zodiacs. Now, keeping in mind that we're just objectively reporting the 12-sign horoscope provided by our source, let's look at how Jupiter's overarching growth applies to the individual signs. For Aries, your hard work allegedly pays off with a major career promotion. Taurus, you're looking at profitable investments and real estate dreams finally coming true. For Gemini, it's all about communication. The advice is to literally not say the word no today. And for Cancer, the focus shifts to new family happiness, fully fueled by a mother's blessings. And this brilliantly illustrates the day's themes of huge growth and domestic harmony. Keeping the momentum going for Leo, the source claims leadership roles will grow, and people will just naturally listen to you today. For Virgo, students are predicted to find new paths and receive some excellent guidance. Libra is looking at a deeply auspicious day to build a profound bond with a life partner. And for Scorpio, this is super interesting. Your power supposedly increases as your enemies just fade away naturally, no conflict required. Wrapping up the zodiacs, Sagittarius should expect opportunities for foreign travel or at least some good news from abroad. Capricorn, you get a very specific warning. Absolutely avoid workplace politics today and just keep your head down in your work. Aquarius is predicted to see their respect and social circles grow with some new contacts. And finally, Pisces, you are forecasted to experience sudden wealth gain and the complete ending of stubborn old obstacles. Which brings us to our final section, part 4, the wealth Wazifa. Since today is Thursday, which is Jupiter's day, by the way, the source highlights a Thursday special. This is a specific Islamic spiritual practice, known as a wazifa, to be performed in the evening right after the Maghrib prayer. The stated goal here is incredibly direct. It's designed to request immediate relief from financial distress and basically invite immense wealth, peace, and blessings straight into your home. So the crucial point is the precise 3-step sequence the source instructs viewers to follow. Step 1, you recite the Durud Sharif exactly 11 times. Step 2 is really the core of it all. Recite Ya Razzaaqo, which invokes the provider, exactly 100 times. And step 3, you close by reciting the Durud Sharif 11 more times and then immediately pray for financial relief. The source presents this as a highly structured, almost mathematical formula to unlock today's blessings. And the source actually ends with a direct call to action for its audience, asking them to write Ya Razzaaqo in the comments to manifest their own financial well-being. It is such a fascinating look into how astrological timing and structured spiritual remedies are combined to offer hope, direction, and a sense of control over our daily lives. So, it leaves us with an interesting question. Are you ready to welcome prosperity? And in our unpredictable world, how much comfort do you draw from these highly structured spiritual roadmaps? Thanks so much for joining me for this breakdown.